Deuteronomy 7:21. Lo ta'arotz mipneihem, ki Adonai Elohecha bekirbecha el gadol ve'norah. So here we get the negation here at the front. Again, this is a prohibition. The verb we have is a call imperfect to ms of the root aratz, which means to tremble or some sort of fearful tremble. Notice as we're looking at it here that we get the change of the performative vowel. In the call, we're normally expecting to see a heric there. We don't get it in this case because of the one guttural. So remember, that's a characteristic of the one guttural. Also notice we have an A-class performative vowel and then an O-class thematic vowel. This is indicative of the call in the one gutturals. If we had an A-class performative and then an I-class thematic vowel, that would be indicative of the hifil. And this verb does occur in the hifil in a few places. So that's just something to keep in mind. A general pattern is that A-O pattern with performative vowel, thematic vowel, as it relates to the one gutturals, determining whether it's a call or a hifil. But here we go. Do not tremble from before them. In other words, don't be afraid of them. Don't dread them. And then we get this glorious ground clause. Here's why. Because the Lord your God is in your midst, or is in the midst of you. This has to be incredibly refreshing for God's people. Don't fear them. And the only reason you need to not fear them is because the Lord your God is in your midst. And then we get this further description of the Lord your God as a God, a great one. Notice the accent marks here that combine these two together. So I would go a great God, and then I would subsequently say a fear inducer. Here we have a nifal participle of the root yara. It's a masculine singular participle. And as a nifal, we might say something like one to be feared or one who is feared, as if we see that participle functioning as a substantive. And so sometimes you'll get something like awesome or fear-inducing, something like that. But here we go. You shall not tremble from before them because the Lord your God is in your midst, and he is a God who is great, a great God, and one who is to be feared.